What do you do when you have an idea, but you don't know how to do it? The way that I was taught by various people was to write down your idea, break it down. And this comes mainly from my history of programming computers. A computer program is a wonderful thing, but it can be quite complex. You have a beginning and you have an end goal that you want to achieve. You want the application to be able to do something, and in between that you need to tell it how to do it. So writing down. This is why good programmers have a flow chart, and it really does help you to solidify your ideas and where you're going to go and how you're going to get there. Much in the same way that if you're writing a book, you would probably write down your details, your outline, your plot, your various characters. You would probably have them written down somewhere. You wouldn't be able to remember everything. Certainly, it's very difficult. And programming is the same. Really you have to have an organised plan. So you have an idea. Maybe you want to get a job and you're unemployed and you've been unemployed for a long time. Then you have to look at, how do I achieve that goal? Obviously, pretty much the blatantly obvious is you have to apply for jobs. But what jobs? Where do you find those jobs? What job are you looking for? You really have to define what job you want to do, what you qualified in, what do you want to do with your life. If you're young, for me, I'm not really worried. I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing. I'm quite happy with the way it goes. But when I was younger, I had various ideas. I wanted to do certain things, and I couldn't because of my disability. So I had to look at other things. And of course, as you go through life, you sort of develop the skills that you need. And in my case, it was tutoring. And I learned that by doing. I did it in my own martial arts club, which I started in 1990. And of course that led into professional development and qualifications. So as I did various jobs, I was involved within tutoring and teaching and developing that skill and taking it over into my own business, where I became a full-time teacher. So it wasn't something I thought about many years ago. However, I could see that from experience, I was good at it. And, if you don't blow your own trumpet, then nobody else will. So your goal is to try and analyse, really, what you want to do, how you want to get there. Write down the various steps that you think are necessary to get a job. So, first of all, define what job you want. Define where you're going to look for a job. Are you going to look online? Are you going to look in person? Are you going to do a search for similar jobs? And then find employers you could contact. This is what I did with my clients. They would say to me, I fancy doing tree surgery, for example. So first of all, you have to find out what qualification you need. Where could you do it? Is there a market for it? Is there a competition for it? Are there employers you could go and work for to get experience? Do you have experience? Things like this you need to define and put them down in logical form. Once you have it in writing, it's a lot easier to look at, and you can compare with where you are, with where you need to go, and plan. Now, just because you have big steps doesn't mean that you have to do big steps, because each step that you have, you can break that down, write down the various items that you need to do, tasks that you need to do that will get you to that particular step. So if it's, I don't know, doing a search for a job, then how would you do that? Well, searching for a job is a big subject. Are you going to define whether you're going to look in the papers? So you could put that down. You could say, I'm going to look online. Am I going to use these search engines like they advertise on television? You could try those. So put that down. Are you going to do a prospective letter, write a letter and send it to various employers? You could do that. Write that down. So when you say, I'm going to apply for jobs, it's not that easy. You have to break that down into smaller steps. Now, I hope that's really sort of just the basis of the idea of how to get from your idea to your goal. There is obviously a lot of work involved in that. And if you really need the help, then I'm here for that purpose. So feel free to contact me. Go and have a look at my websites. And I look forward to hearing from you. Have a good day.